So welcome to this channel. If these are your field of interest, or if you want to learn something about childhood for first-time moms and things like that. So today I want us to talk on something little, and today I want to talk on child development. Child development is very important for a mother to take note on your child growth. It's very important in all the stages. You know, like when you are pregnant, you'll be like, I'm now 3 months pregnant, my fetus is this and this is how the baby is going on. You may go for ultrasound checkups and things like that to see the development of your baby in the womb. It's the same when the baby comes out. You also have to be very cautious, to be very keen on seeing the development of your baby, because once your baby misses a stage, that means that there could be something wrong with either the baby or development of the baby. So as a mother, and here particularly I want to talk to first-time moms, because when you're a first-time mom, sometimes you are caught up unaware. You don't know what stage is now your baby at this time, whether your baby is supposed to be crawling, or your baby is supposed to be sitting, or your baby is supposed to start learning how to walk, or things like that. And that's why all these informations all this information are put for us to learn and to understand, to know where my child is, which stage is my child is at this particular time. So last time I was talking on child development when the child is 6 months old. So today I want to focus on when the child is 8 months old. If a child is 8 months old, what are some of the steps, or what are some of the stages this child is supposed to be? When a child is 8 months old, most probably this child should be now starting to working with things. Sometimes you can stand up on using walking on the couch, or sometimes walking using the table. This is the stage that the child is trying to stand up. The child is trying to do all those activities on development. So here you have to be very keen. I have a friend of mine, when her daughter is now going almost 9 months, but the child has not yet learned how to crawl. And this mother was so unaware, thinking that maybe it's the normal, it's something normal. My child is just so slow to cope up. My child doesn't crawl. But at 8 months, if your child is not having any problem, at 8 months, your child should be now crawling normally. Your child should be crawling, and at this stage, your child is learning on how to stand. So to stand on how. But you find that the baby is 8 months and you're telling me the baby is not really crawling, really. The baby is just seated down at 8 months, and you think this child is not having any problems. There must be something wrong with this child. And that's why you're told, I always encourage women or mothers to go for those clinical checkups for their babies. You know, like in my developing countries, every month a child will be between the age of 0 to 5 years. You're supposed to be taking your child to clinical treatments or checkups every month. But there are some parents ignore. They're like, I've already produced, my baby has already have those shots, so why should I again go to the clinic or going to the hospital for my baby's checkup? But it's very important, because even though you're going to find a specialist, you're going to find expertise who are going to explain to you at each stage what the baby should be doing at that particular stage. If your baby is 8 months and is not crawling, or it's not, your baby is just seated at 8 months, for sure your baby is just seated, and you think that your baby is not having any problems. And that's why we are saying that please find information. As a first-time mom, read. There's a lot of information which has been displayed on internet. There's a lot of information in books. You can find all this information everywhere. So as a mother, please find this information. Please take it's very serious and on this matter, because you find that like this lady who was talking to me on her child, then we came and some development. Then you find that your baby is doing, you'll find that you'll go with your baby's pace. If your baby is not walking, then you know, for example, if your baby is not walking for 1 year and 2 months, then you start questioning yourself, because at the age of 1 year and 2 months, at least your baby should start those small steps. And this is for a slow baby. But some babies from 9 months they start walking, 10 months they start walking, 11 months they start walking, or 12 months they start walking. But if you see that your baby is 12 months, 1 year and 2 months, 1 year and 3 months, 1 year and a half, and your baby is not walking, then you should put a question mark. There's something wrong with this baby. I should take this baby to a specialist. I should take this baby to the hospital to see if there is any problem with my baby. Yeah. The other thing that I want to say on, when your baby is 8 months, at least should be babbling words. You know, they start getting so active. In fact, there are some babies from 5 months, 6 months, they're so active babbling those words. They go to 6 months, 7 months, they're so active in babbling. So at 8 months, at least your baby should at least have some few sentences, some few words that can say like dada. At least those are some few. And babbles a lot. Those things that the baby should be able to be speaking. But when you see your baby is 8 months and is not saying even that's nothing. The baby is just quiet. There is nothing that comes out of that baby. That baby doesn't talk anything. The baby doesn't say anything. Then there should be a question. At 8 months, your baby must have recognized the voice of the mother. The baby must have known the name of that baby. For example, if your baby is called Malia, at 8 months, when you say Malia, you see the baby is looking at you. The baby cannot talk at that time, does not talk a lot, but at least recognizes some faces. If you say daddy, the baby will look at daddy. Mommy, the baby will look at mommy. So there are things that you should. There are things that you should. You should search for information. And because the platform of information is so wide, then as a mother, please be so educative on this. Search for information. You cannot only say that maybe because my mom was doing this and this and this, so I should also follow that. No. At this era, please, mothers, first-time moms, you have to search for information so that you can know what your baby's development is. It's very important for the development of the baby, even for the cognitive skills. It's very important to go stage by stage to know that at this time, what should my baby be able to know? At this time, what should my baby be able to know? So today I was just talking some few hints on a baby of 8 months development. So you can search for so many more information. But the point of today that I was talking is at the baby, when the baby is 8 months, at least should be able to stand up, even though not so stable, but at least, but not even crawling. At 8 months, you should take precaution on that. You should know there's something wrong with this baby. But at 8 months, your baby should be crawling, should I say crawling in a very, I don't know which speed, crawling just normally and trying to stand using things. Though there are some babies who are very slow, and that's why I'm saying that at each step, if you see there's something wrong, go to the hospital and ask. If they tell that, oh, this is just normal, something is, there's no problem with this, I think your baby is just slow, but your baby will catch up, then that's okay.